Hey, Ezra here with you, and things are getting exciting. It's time to set up our advertisement. So we have a product offer page and an e-commerce store on Shopify that's ready for visitors, ready for sales. We've got Facebook advertisement. Hopefully you built out video advertisement that we can actually use to put in front of people on Facebook. And we have groups of people that we think this message might resonate with. So we've done all the setup, and now it's time to actually just go ahead and put the ads live. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, so here I am in the back end of the Facebook Ads Manager. Now, the Facebook Ads Manager is quite robust. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of different ways that you could create a campaign. I'm going to suggest that you use a tool called the Power Editor, which you can get to if you click your drop-down menu, and then you scroll over to the right under Create and Manage and click on Power Editor. Now, what the Power Editor is it's essentially an advertisement editor that's happening not in real time, meaning it's not going to actually be putting things live as you're doing things. It allows you to build out stuff and then publish it to Facebook. So you get to make changes and plan things out and build out campaigns and then publish those campaigns to Facebook. Now the way Facebook works is in 3 phases. There's campaigns, ad sets, and ads. And a campaign is what houses ad sets, and then ad sets are what house ads. So basically, within one campaign, you're going to have an objective. And then within that campaign, you might have different groups of people that you're targeting. Those are your ad sets, our saved audiences that we made. And then within those ad sets, you might have multiple ads being shown to those groups of people. And you'll see as we go ahead and set this up. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click the Create Campaign button. That's going to a plus button. And Facebook's going to ask us, what is our objective? And they're going to give us a bunch of different things we can do. Now, we implemented the Facebook Pixel on our Shopify store. And we did that so that we could track people who are adding products to the cart, people who are visiting product pages, people who are buying from us. And so what we want to do is get more of those people. So we're going to tell Facebook that we want to increase conversions on our website. So that's what we're going to tell them as the objective, to increase conversions on our website. And there's a bunch of these objectives. This one works the best for e-commerce. If you want to get that first sale and you want to advertise an e-commerce business, the objective that you want to choose for your campaign is to increase conversions. Then you get to come down here and name the campaign. I'm going to call this Video Ads Test 1. So this is your video ad campaign, and it's your first test. Now you could name it anything you want. What you name it doesn't really matter. That's just what I'm naming it for this video. Then you're going to click the continue button, and now you get to actually begin setting up your first ad set. Now within the ad set, there's a bunch of things, right? There's the conversion event that you want to optimize for. Facebook has a really fancy, cool little dashboard here on the left menu where they make it real easy for you to set up new campaigns. So the top of our campaign, we set for a conversion objective. Within this actual ad set, which we're in now, we get to tell Facebook what objective we want them to optimize for. And if you have a Shopify store, there's going to be people who viewed content. There's going to be people who added a product to the cart. There's going to be people who initiated checkout, people who added payment information, who purchased from you. Now, if you don't have any of this data yet, that's okay. You can still choose one of these events. It'll be red because it won't have actually happened yet, but that's okay. I suggest that you choose the add to cart event to optimize for. And the reason I suggest that you choose the add to cart event is because add to carts happen like 5 times or 6 times more than purchases. So for every like 5 or 6 people who add a product to your shopping cart, only one of them is going to buy, which is why we have that shopping cart abandonment feature we talked about in a previous video. But by telling Facebook to optimize for the add to cart event, you're actually giving them more data to play with. So you're saying, find me more people who are like the people who are going to add a product to a cart. So, the reason it's better is because it happens more frequently. So that gives Facebook more data. If you say, find me people who are going to purchase, they have less data to work with, and it actually works less effectively. So this is called optimizing for a middle of funnel action. So for example, this is an action that's taken in the middle of a sales process, and that's why we're optimizing for it. So it's an add to cart event. Now, as you scroll down, you get to choose who you want to target. Now, what we did previously was we created some saved audiences. So you can select the drop down from use saved audience, and you can pick one of your saved audiences. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and pick one of my saved audiences, maybe home and garden. So what you'll notice is that that's going to then modify this audience group here, and it's going to say it's now 45 and older, United States, women with these 2 behaviors. It's a stacked behavior interest, and there's 2.3 million people on that list. Now, you'll notice that my audiences are much bigger than what I suggested for you, and that's because I'm spending a lot more money per day. So as you ramp up and spend, you might try testing bigger audiences. But to get that first sale, I think a smaller audience is appropriate. So as you scroll down, this is where you get to modify the placements. And again, we're just under one ad set now. So we've only created one ad set, or we're in the process of creating one ad set. And we're going to actually do more. We're going to duplicate this ad set and change the targeting after we set it up, but we'll get to that in a moment. So the next thing we want to do is edit the placements. So you click edit placements. Again, we don't want to show up on the audience network. We don't want to show up on Instagram. And we want to click the drop down next to Facebook and uncheck the right column box, because we only want to show up on the Facebook feeds, mobile feed and the desktop news feed, because those are our best chances of being successful. Now, as we scroll down further, we get to choose our budget. I'm going to recommend that you start with $10 a day per audience group. That's a good amount of money to spend and get some idea of who's going to watch your video and who's going to click on your ad and things like that. So $10 to $20 a day per ad set is a great starting budget. So I would suggest that. And you're going to leave all of these other settings the same. The schedule, the optimization, all this stuff you're going to leave the same. And now you get to name this ad set. So we're going to call this ad set targeting 1 for you, because you would have selected targeting 1 up here when you selected your saved audience, and we'll just say video ads. And then you click the continue button, and that's where you get into actually setting up the advertisement itself. This video is getting kind of long, so I'll meet you in the next video where we will continue the setup of our first advertising campaign. I'll see you there.